Today we're talking about the sign that is out of this world, the quirky, unique, charming, and very intelligent Aquarius. And we're talking about 5 tips on how to attract one. My name is Anastasia. I'm a traditional Western astrologer specializing in natal, relationship, and predictive readings. If you enjoy my work, you like my content, please take a few seconds of your time to leave me a like or a comment, subscribe, and press that notification bell. Watch another one of my videos. All of it helps YouTube algorithm to be more friendly, show my content to more people, bring more views, more audience my way. I appreciate you for that. Additionally, you can also show your support by buying me a coffee or tea or croissant. Simple enough, and I am grateful for that as well. Before we dive in, if you are looking to understand yourself better, you want to understand your chart or your relationship, or you're curious to know what's coming up for you, book a reading on my website, anastasiadoesastrology.com. I offer a variety of readings if you want to know how compatible you are with your partner, get tips about the future, or like I said, understand why you're here for. Why are you here? What are you here for? I am here for you. So we're talking about Aquarius in this video, and just a quick disclaimer that you want to listen to the person's Venus and Mars, since we're talking about attracting one. Those are quite easy to find if you know the person's date of birth, like a full date of birth. You don't even need to know the time necessarily, but if you put that in like one of those calculators, AstroSeek or Astro.com, it will give you their Venus and Mars signs. And why I want to highlight Venus and Mars, because Venus represents what we desire, what we find attractive. So someone with an Aquarius Venus will very much feel like, you know, the things I'm about to list apply to them. And Mars represents what sexually attracts us, what turns us on, what kind of ignites the fire, makes our blood sort of run hotter or whatever. So it's important to pay attention to those. And of course, if you don't know their Venus or Mars, listen to their sun sign. Listen to Aquarius, which is, late January, February, or their moon or their rising sign. So a little bit about Aquarius. Aquarius is a young, masculine Saturn sign. It is a fixed sign and it is an air sign. And so knowing those can pretty much describe to you what an Aquarius is like and help you understand them, right? So the fact that it's a Saturn-ruled sign, I'm a traditional astrologer. In traditional astrology, Saturn rules Aquarius. But it's a young Saturn, right? Like yin Saturn is Capricorn, someone who works within the structure, imagine within the box, right? Understands how things work within the box, tries to uphold the rules of the box, but also knows how to break them. Aquarius breaks away from the box. Aquarius is outside of the norm, outside of the convention. And they, being Saturnian sign, right? Like it's very much the sign of structures and strong beliefs, but a lot of times they're unconventional. They're different from what the world is used to. They don't have to be always futuristic, but they can be. A lot of Aquarians tend to be very scientifically minded and future oriented, but sometimes Aquarius can be as passionate about bringing back the past and thinking that the past is going to change things, or kind of old beliefs can make things better, as they are passionate about the future. So it really depends on each Aquarius, but they will definitely have that like stubborn streak to them because it's a fixed air sign, right? Like fixed has that fixity in a name, and air is all about ideas. So they're likely to have strong ideas. They often feel like an outsider because of that kind of Aquarian unconventional attitude. And that is another quality of Saturn. Saturn being the last visible planet, it's connected to like outskirts and boundaries. And so you can be within the boundary, you can be outside of the boundary. And once again, Capricorn is within, Aquarius is without, outside. So their intellect is definitely their strength, but sometimes it's also their downfall when they get maybe either too stubborn or too kind of isolated from the rest of the world. So let's talk about attracting an Aquarius. Tip number 1, suggest an unusual, intellectually stimulating date idea. So do some research, see what your Aquarius might like, but you might take them to a museum. You might take them to an airline expo or some kind of futuristic AI themed park or something. You might take them to a documentary viewing, right? Like, they're very intelligent, they're very curious, so going to this like unique place, as well as a lot of times Aquariuses are quite interested in like UFO and crystals and spirituality, so you might also take them to a crystal shop, right? Or to some kind of spirituality lecture, to an astrology event. They might enjoy that. Tip number 2, compliment their intelligence. Make sure you notice how much they know. They might not be super fond of sort of like very direct, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like it's not, you know, it's not the Leo energy where like they just crave kind of compliments. And like Aquarius being a very intellectual sign, they will like sniff it out if you're just buttering them up. But find ways to comment on what they know and maybe like show your appreciation for what they know and express how you think intelligent they are, right? I guess that's the difference from Leo. Leo might enjoy compliments about pretty much anything, their appearance, their hair, their style, while Aquarius will more feel like sort of connected to you if you compliment their intelligence. Tip number 3, show them that you're well informed, which is like, you know, sort of connected to the intelligence. Talk about community, the world, politics, science, future, technology, things like that. They will very much enjoy that, I think, if you know things. Like, I think Aquarius, to me, especially people with Aquarius Venus, they crave kind of a friend, right? Like, they want a relationship, but they also want a friendship. They want someone that they can hang out with and be like best buddies, right? And like talk about things that are important to them. Like, conversation is really, really important. So especially if we're talking about like Mars in Aquarius, right? A lot of times talking about sex is harder to them than maybe even doing it. Like, talking about something exciting kind of stimulates their mind. So making sure you're well informed, making sure you can like hang and talk and share their interests with them would be a big turn on. Tip number 4, be open-minded and share a story about breaking a rule or two. You don't want to be kind of, you know, too narrow-minded, maybe too conventional, too traditional. They might not appreciate that. But like I said in the beginning, Aquarius can definitely be a little bit stubborn themselves. But I think showing that you're open-minded and that you have that like rebellious spirit in you will make them respect you quite a lot too. And tip number 5, show your independence and give them space. Aquarius is an air sign. They appreciate their freedom. They're, together with Sagittarius, are 2 of the most freedom-loving signs. Because they're fixed, they're quite capable of loyalty and, you know, choosing you and sticking with you, but they need that space to roam. They need the space to do things on their own time, on their own schedule. So kind of pestering them, sending them millions of texts, lecturing them on not texting you at a specific time of day. Maybe they were just sort of lost in their fantasy land, right? Like thinking about saving the world. So try not to act needy, especially in the very beginning, because that will not be very attractive. But also be yourself, right? Like, if you want something else than what they can offer you, be yourself, be open, be honest with yourself and with them, because you don't want to get in a relationship that is not fulfilling to you. So this is my 2 cents. Let me know how this resonates. Just a sec. If you are an Aquarius yourself, you feel like you have something to add, I'd appreciate that. And I will talk to you in the future video. Bye.